that's kind of a good sign. Not showing a lot of oil leakage under there like I once had. So I'm pleased with that. What's happening, cats? Welcome to the man cave today. It is, I don't know, it was supposed to be a nice sunny day today, but it has literally been pouring down rain. I see one little patch of blue up there and the rest of the sky is gray. And I don't know if it's going to keep raining or not, but at any rate, for those of you who were hoping to see a motorcycle related video today, I hate to break the news to you. I'm not going to talk about motorcycles very much. This is a biker related video because I consider myself a biker, but this is the real life of me, Itchymoche. This is my real life, this is my everyday life here today, okay? Look at all those tomatoes. I picked half of those this morning. So that box is almost full of tomatoes. These are a couple of hillbilly tomatoes. This one's still a little green, but it was laying on the ground. It got so heavy it just kind of broke off the vine. These are real sweet, but and a lot less acid than the red ones. So at any rate, I was lucky that I went out to the garden first thing this morning and picked the vegetables, because shortly after that it has been pouring down rain. Picked a couple more zucchini too, so they're still coming. Now y'all know that I have a vegetable garden. Been growing some sunflowers there too. They're always fun to see the sunflowers, and one of them that was just kind of a wild one that I didn't plant, it came up from last year, got enormous. Well, my brother lives in Lone Pine, California, and he grows some sunflowers there too. And he said, hey, let's have a contest and see who has the tallest sunflower. So I measured my giant sunflower at 10 foot 9 inches. And I thought, man, I got this aced. Well, he measured his, and his came out to just almost exactly 11 feet tall. Here's the garden today. The raccoons got in here, and they busted down almost all the sunflowers. I think they try to climb up them and eat the flowers or eat the seeds, but they've trampled them down. They've trampled down the zucchini. Some of them they broke, clean off of the stem there. And they tried climbing up my giant sunflower, and they bent it all the way over. So boy, did that tick me off. I mean, here's an eggplant down here that they broke off of the plants and chewed up. You see tomatoes are laying on the ground that they've pulled off the vine and chewed up. But still, aside from that, I was able to pick half a box full of tomatoes. Now you can see I still have tons of tomatoes on those vines yet, and they're still going to keep getting riper and riper, and I'm not going to waste them, so I'm going to end up having to can tomatoes. It's a big job. It takes some time. It's not that hard to do. It's just time consuming more than anything, the process of canning. But you gotta do what you gotta do. And then once we got them canned, it's a real treat to have them, because you can make tomato sauce out of them, spaghetti sauce. You can use them in all kinds of different recipes. There's a tiger swallowtail. First one that I've seen this summer so far. I cut myself on the fence there, hit a sharp wire or something. So I have been able to keep up with the mowing. I still have yet to mow back around the pond, but obviously it's too wet today because it rained, so I can't mow when the grass is wet. I like to mow when it's dry. It looks much neater that way. But this yard's mowed and the whole front's mowed. I even was able to get my weed whacker out the other day and do some weed whacking down the driveway. Now, in the past years, one of my prize landscape features of the yard has been the herb garden. This year, I have not done anything to it. I haven't pulled any weeds or anything. And look how lovely it looks, even without any weeds. I've got some gladiolas that came up here the other day. I've got angel's breath. I think they call this white stuff here. I got purple coneflower, and there's like a butterfly bush back there. All this stuff is sweet Ann, very fragrant, lovely stuff. And then the black-eyed Susans, which I just love. They're so vibrant, and there's so many of them. And then I've got these giant hibiscus that come up every year, and they're pretty lovely too. So yeah, everything's looking good here, aside from the fact that I haven't had really had time to do a whole lot outside. I've been real occupied with just trying to keep up with the routines around here, taking care of the cats. We've got 3 cats, and they're a handful. You know, whenever you have pets, there's work that has to be done, upkeep with those pets. Oh, they finished painting the house. They did the whole top of the house, and they did paint the front under the gutter here this time. So, and the guy did it all by hand with a brush and a roller, whereas the first guy that came out, he was going to spray it. He sprayed like one light coat on there. I think he used maybe 2 gallons of paint on the whole house, and told me he was done. And then I found places that he missed, and you could see it was such a light coat of paint it didn't even cover. Well, I complained to the company, and they were very gracious to see what happened, and they agreed. They let the guy go because obviously he didn't do the quality of work that they wanted. And they sent out another young fella with his girlfriend, and between the two of them, they were able to get up on the ladder, paint and roll, and they did all the way around the house. Took them 2 days, but they did a really nice job. So I'm relieved that that's done. The other day we had a pretty severe lightning thunderstorm at night, and it cut the power off a couple of times. You know, the power would go off, and then a couple seconds later it would come back on, and then maybe 10 minutes later the power went off again, and it came back on, and then it went off and stayed off. Probably was off for about an hour, and when the power came back on, in the bedroom upstairs we have a window air conditioner unit, or we had, and somehow the lightning, the power surge or whatever, fried that air conditioner unit. It would come on, but it would bam, it would flick the circuit breaker like instantly. So I had to trash it. It was a huge unit too. It was pretty heavy and awkward, and I ended up calling the guy across the street, the neighbor guy. He came over and helped me get it out of the house, carry it out. We threw it on a truck, and then yesterday I hauled it down to the county recycle center, and they graciously accepted it from me for $10. So you can't beat that for getting rid of a appliance that has Freon in it. I was worried because it used to be that you had to take your Freon appliances, you had to take them in somewhere and have them remove the Freon before the county would take them as scrap. And you had to have it certified that the Freon was removed. And I was really afraid that I was going to have to do that again. And it looked like it was costly. I mean, from what I could see, people were charging quite an arm and a leg to remove Freon from a refrigerator, an air conditioner, anything that had Freon in it. So after doing some research, I found that the county updated their standards now, and they actually take stuff with Freon in it, and they have somebody come in and remove the Freon, and then they scrap them out. So that was a good deal. Now I got a brand new air conditioner, and in fact the FedEx guy just delivered it this morning. So it's sitting up on the front porch here, and it's not as big of a unit as I had originally. So I should be able to easily get it upstairs and get it back in the window where we can have a nice cool bedroom. Yeah, he just kind of clunked it here right by the front door, so I have got to get that upstairs and get that installed and get that up and running today. Looks like a pretty simple job. I think it'll go pretty easy. You know, we do have central air conditioning in the house, but for some reason the ventilation doesn't really cool down that upstairs bedroom on that south side of the house as much as I'd like it to. So the window air conditioning unit just supplements it, and it helps it keep it very comfortable in there. Well, cats, I still have some work cut out for me this morning, and then this afternoon I have to be maybe about 25 miles east of here to the rehabilitation clinic that my wife is in right now. She's been in there since Thursday, and they're getting her up, walking a little bit, getting her through physical therapy. She also has what they call occupational therapy. And occupational therapy is just where you do stuff with your hands, like make a sandwich or organize some papers or balance a checkbook, you know, things that use her head. And then she has speech therapy, which is more brain-related stuff, you know, like making her do crossword puzzles or things where she really has to use her brain. She's doing okay. She's working pretty hard at it. And but I'm going to go up there today. I'm supposed to be up there to meet with the people there that her therapists, I guess, and they're going to walk me through a lot of the details of what they're doing with her, and then what's expected when she can finally come home. So thanks for your prayers and your concerns with Val. She really needs the prayers, and we really appreciate that a lot. If you like my video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, please subscribe and join us for this ride. Till next time, cats, I'll catch you all later.